9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How's our girl?
She's ready.
You're gonna be the first person to transition from a human body to a synthetic.
Because I'm special.
That's right. You're very, very special.
We have a downed spacecraft.
I want what's on that ship.
We can do it. We're fast. We're strong. We don't break.
It's like a zoo, but the animals got out.
This ship collected 5 different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe.
Monsters. Invasive species. Predatory.
We don't lock them down, it will be too late.
Yo, what is up, people? What is going on? We got the usual suspects in the house. Let me just say this. This damn desk has 2 bars where I don't know why they got 2 bars, but if you're not careful sitting in it, you bang your knee on one of those bars, and I just bang my knee on one of them bars, and that hurts, man.
I think your mic is a little bit off.
My mic is off? All right.
Yeah. We're too old to be having banging knees and stuff, man. Can't do that.
100%. It's like bang down. Oh, yeah, I can't.
All right, now you better? Nice. You guys can hear me now?
Yep. Sound good now.
Excellent. All right, guys. So we are here to talk about another episode of Alien Earth. But first off, I'm going to let the usual suspects shout out their channels real quick. Mr. Graham, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Find me on my channel, The Road to Wisdom, on Mondays and Fridays, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Find me on the Chaos Central, probably the first few Mondays of the month. Find me here as long as this series is going. Wednesdays on the Hangout, Sundays on Storms Live.
Absolutely. Mr. Brian, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Man, he got another job, man. All these days he's there. I mean, look, good Lord. No. Monday, Thursday, Saturdays, the Spoiler Kings, and then I'm here Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning. I'm here. So and check us out on Saturday mornings. The Rewind is awesome, man. The Rewind is so good. Matter of fact, even when Danny's not on there, he's still on there because he's still in the chat. So I just feel like Danny, that's all Danny does.
I'm gonna be in the chat.
Just be there with us. Appreciate you, man, always.
Absolutely, 100%. Now, support doesn't mean trashing me, Danny, in the chat, all right? I'm just letting you know that.
It's
the same thing. All right, guys, so we are going to break down episode 5 of Alien Earth. And before we get started, Danny, what did you think of this episode, sir?
Best episode of the series so far. I was hooked. This episode, which I hated more. Now I'm starting to root for him. I'm sympathetic for him because I know the backstory. And to see the whole thing and how they tie it together. Now we think the spider thing, like it might be good. This was an excellent episode for me, man. I'm ready to see the last 3.
You're saying the eyeball might be good, eh? That's an interesting thought that I was thinking about. But yeah, you're at the. It might be.
It's the balance between all the other stuff.
You might be right, Brian. What about you? What'd you think of this episode?
The episode was fine. I don't think it was. Well, the episode was better than average. It was a good, very, very good episode. Should not have been here. Pissed me off being here. It should have been the first episode of this entire thing. It should have started off with this. It would explain everything, made you feel, understand the character. I can't do 2 slow episodes back to back with a lot of monologue. I think this would have been a better introduction to a lot of this stuff.
I disagree.
Go ahead, Danny.
The reason I disagree because now, sometimes when you start off fast and you slow down, you be like, but when this is a build up, because last episode, like you said, was not very action packed, but it gave us a lot of character development and a lot of other different stories. And then this one, it was really action packed. You see what it is. And now you see that doggone Kavalier. He knew the whole daggone time. And to me, the way they sequenced the episodes was good. I don't want it to start off fast because kind of like, I'll give you that prime example. Falcon Winter Soldier. The first episode started off fast and then it kind of went down in action. And then at the end, it kind of picked back up. I'd rather for it to start off slow, like a slow burn, and then escalate like to the crescendo, so to speak. And I think that's what they did, this approach. I like the way they did it.
I can hear what you're saying, but I tell you that I felt like this, because of where it was, I felt like this episode didn't matter. It was an excellent episode. Very good to watch, a lot of information, a lot of energy. I mean, everything was cool, but it didn't matter because we already know what happened at the end. So
it did matter.
A flashback doesn't do anything. Has it changed anything?
Yes, it has.
Like it's the same process we already thought.
None of us like Morrow. Now we kind of rooting for him. Now
so I need a whole episode to almost think it's okay for a one character, because his daughter died at 18. Like I don't know if that warrants that, because you could have done it in a different way, but you got all this stuff. I knew all this already happened, so why did I have to watch it?
I didn't know.
I would have rather watched it.
We didn't know there was a rat on the board. We didn't know that Kavalier knew about this whole thing. We may have suspected, but we didn't know. This episode, we got certain that Kavalier was behind it. He knew the whole time there was a saboteur on there. We knew that. Now we found out why Morrow is so messed up like he is, because his daughter got killed.
And so I don't think
to me it was a lot of different. To me, that kind of swing the pendulum the other way, because I was like, man, the way he doing his child. But now I can see his motivation behind it. My child is dead. I'm on here. I'm doing this for the reason, and now I want revenge and retribution.
I don't think anything you said was wrong, except it's only 10 episodes. Oh, I'm sorry. It's only 8 episodes. I'm sorry. It's only 8 episodes. So when you have an entire episode dedicated to that, is what I'm saying. Like you should have done this earlier. I think that us knowing what happens and having a flashback at episode 5 doesn't give me the satisfaction of what this show should be doing. You talking about crescendoing, you should be crescendoing going forward, but this one doesn't feel like a crescendo. It feels like to me like it's a going backwards and then realizing what happened. And you could do that if we have an original series like what we used to get in the late 90s, early 2000s when you had 26 episodes, but in a one that only has 8, I don't know if this is the right way to do it. But I don't want to say I do love this episode though. This is a good episode. I don't want to mix that.
No, I agree. I think it's a good episode too. Danny messaged me, "What do you think of the episode?" And I'm like, "I'm good." I know Shifty came in here yesterday when we were doing the Twisted Metal. He's like, "Oh, by the way, another shitty episode of Alien Earth." But then when I watch it, I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not a bad episode."
I don't know what he watching.
It was full of action. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and what he's expecting to see, I have no idea. We'll find out on Saturday. But I do agree that I think this episode should have been cut into episode 1, right? We had 30 minutes of just almost people wanting to turn out of episode 1. So you take this episode and you slice it into episode 1, I think you get the same point across there as well, right? I don't think we really needed to wait until this episode to get a full flashback. Now, I know we got a full flashback, a full episode. And I guess if they did it in 1, they would have to cut a lot of the stuff out, because you want to keep it to a time frame of an hour. So I get that. But I just think it would have made episode 1 more interesting, in my opinion.
This
right?
is a really long episode too, right? It was like an
Hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? See, I didn't even notice it. I didn't even look at the runtime.
It was good.
So yeah, it felt good. It felt like I said. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't looking at my watch like, oh my god, when will this? Like I did with Peacemaker last week. You know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, is this show gonna end soon? Like, but I didn't do that with this. So I agree. It's a great episode and it's good. It's just I think that you could have probably sliced it into episode 1. That's the only thing I have an issue with. Because and another thing is only because I thought episode 1 was pretty boring, the first half, anyways. You know, so
Episode 1, you really wasn't invested in any of the people. This episode, I kind of felt for the captain, the situation that she was in. I kind of felt for the young guy that the leeches got into. So this episode kind of made you care. Look, I care more about these people in this one episode than I do the kids in 4 or 5 episodes. The only kids I really care about is Wendy, her brother. That's about it.
Pretty much it.
well, that could be a reason why they did it that way, right? So that you don't care about these characters because they're all gonna die anyways, right? So it could be a way that you do that. But I mean, at the end of the day, putting it to episode 5, you still got this care about the characters, and now you'll never see them again because they're all dead, right? So
you took a whole big part of this as you're trying to crescendo. You took it away, like you gave these characters that we no longer care about. We no longer can do anything about. So like it's, I just feel like
I think it
could have been better.
I think they used the characters' gruesome deaths to show just how intelligent these creatures are. And now it makes me want to see what these other 2 creatures are even more, because I didn't realize the slugs was that intelligent. Slugs is very intelligent. And then the spider thing, like it was trying to warn, like knocking on the so that shows a level of intelligence. And we already know about the Xenomorph. I'm really interested in seeing these other 2 creatures they're talking about. And I think in these last 2 episodes, they're going to show them, because they kind of show that flower blooming and closing, that kind of stuff. So
it's just it's 3 episodes left. As you just said, 3 episodes is not a lot of time to do a lot of
things. They do an hour and 50 minutes each one.
They'll have to.
That's 3 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm cool
if they do an hour 15 minutes, I'm not going to disagree with you. They'll have to do that long.
But you see, and another thing too, right, is like a lot of us care more about those other creatures than the Xenomorph. I think that's an issue too right now, right? I want to know more about these other creatures, but we're watching an alien show. So it's great that they have these other creatures in there, but you got to do it in a way where you like, and there's a scene in here where the Xenomorph is chasing the girl, and I was like, why the hell is he moving like that? Like it seemed weird the way it was moving, and I'm just like, nah, you gotta, I get it because it's practical or whatever, but I think you gotta put more emphasis on the Xenomorph. You know, maybe they could have tried something new with the Xenomorph to get you to want to know more about the Xenomorph than anything. I just think these other creatures, as much as I like seeing them in there, kind of take away from the Xenomorph. So that's just my opinion. But it starts off, they wake up Morrow, and they're telling him that there's an accident. So he wakes up. Go ahead.
This is episode 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, episode 5.
It's episode 6 going to be 57 minutes, and the last 2 going to run somewhere in between 55 and 63 minutes.
It's not bad.
Between 54 and 63 minutes.
This will be a perfect episode in a 26 episode season.
Oh, yeah. Or even an 18 episode season. You know what I mean? 18, you pop this one in there at episode 4. I'm good with that. Now,
I'd be good with 12.
Or 12.
Just more, more information, because a usual season between 24 and 26 episodes. These are hour-long ones, so you can do it as 12. It just needs to be more information. I just feel like we're going to get shorted the way they're putting it together.
And we're going to go straight back into Wendy and all of that. You got 3 episodes to close it all out in a nice bow. And I still think there's a lot of I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we won't get answers to. Yeah, that's why too, right? But there's a lot of things you got to close up in the next 3 episodes. So definitely interesting. Now I love the beginning. You know, Morrow walks in, the captain is dead, facehugger is on another one of these guys, and they're trying to figure out what to do. Unfortunately, they tried to cut one of the facehuggers off, and the captain, and it bled out, and it, you know, pretty much killed the captain. So what did you guys think of the opening scene? That we already know, like, that these creatures have escaped. Go ahead, Danny.
Man, I've been like, when the doctor said, man, let's destroy the ship, but Morrow like, the cargo is more important. Like, man, no. So I've been trying to isolate myself somewhere from the start. Then he talking about no lethal weapons. Nope. Yeah, it's gonna be all lethal, brother. I ain't trying to shot nothing. I'm trying to shoot and kill something. So
I'd have took one of them escape pods. We're only 17 hours away from Earth. I'd have took one of them escape pods and food Earth. Sayonara, people. You know, because none of them are getting their shares, right? So
exactly. That's why once you know that, and you know this ship is basically a missile.
To me, that's stupid.
It's time to get out.
Why am I going to go in there 65 years if my loved one's going to be dead by the time I come back? That makes no sense to me.
Money.
Yeah,
can you imagine being so poor that you can't provide for your child or anything like that? So you're trying to do this for
but your child going to be dead by the time you get back.
Generational wealth. So now your grandkids, like you're in a position that no one else is not going to work out for you guys.
Yeah, the way they make it sound, Danny, like it's an ungodly amount of money. Like we talking like billions. You know what I mean? Type of money.
I understand that concept
for $1 billion for everyone in your family to be well off forever. It's a bit.
Plus, when you get back, you have grandchildren you could take care of, and not just, you know what I mean? Like you'll have grandchildren, and
now I can see if my family getting paid while I'm out there, that'd be one.
Yeah, that's a point too. That's a point too, because I don't think they get any.
If they ain't paid while I'm out there, if it's cash on delivery, that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting paid while they're out there, to be honest with you, because they keep threatening the portions. So it seems to me like you only get paid when the mission is done, you know? So yeah, I feel you on that one. I definitely feel you on that one. So, so, you know, they're all having conversations about what to do. And we see that there are a couple of creatures that have escaped. So they're pretty much having conversations about how to take care of it. And we find a little bit about Morrow. And here's where he's having a conversation with the captain. And he's telling her, no, the cargo is what's more important.
Yeah,
and
that's all y'all.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he pretty much told her that she's kind of compromised because he found out that she was sleeping with the captain guy and he's dead. So she's like, if you don't want to listen, I'll, tell everybody what's going on. So what did you think about Morrow in this situation? Did you think he was being bad? Like, okay, so I know you said you care about him a little bit more, but does this make you think that he's not really a bad guy? Because I still think he's a bad guy.
I don't say that I'm not in love with the character, but I understand what his motivation is now. Because before we know that, he just seemed like a heartless machine, whatever this is. But now we see, okay, I done lost 65 years of my life. My daughter died in a fire. I ain't got nobody to come back to. I'm just more or less a puppet of this machine. Only person he's really loyal to was the Japanese lady, and now she's dead. So he ain't got nothing to live for. So he's all caught up in his anger and his frustration and his revenge. So I see what's driving him now. At first, I just thought this was just an evil sucker, but now I see what is his. Why is he's hurt, revengeful, pissed off. His daughter got killed, that kind of stuff. And why did I do all this for? Well, now I can't even provide for her because she's dead. So to me, I see the motivation behind it.
I don't know if I saw that here yet because we didn't know about his daughter yet, right?
No, right here.
Right here, I thought he was just an asshole.
Okay, I got you.
Are you talking about this scene right here?
Yeah.
Just at this point alone, yeah.
At this point, I just think he just being hard. There's some people like in the military and law enforcement, they just buy the book. I don't know if they're necessarily just a butthole, but there's some people that when they take that oath, man, they don't see, they see black or white. They don't see gray.
Mm-hmm.
Morrow don't see gray. He sees black or white. And that's what I think right here. Nope. The book says this. The orders are this. So I don't care what's going on. I'm following orders.
But you didn't feel like it was more of like he no longer cares about human life, and you didn't know why he didn't care about human life anymore. He didn't value their life at all. There's nothing, and we didn't know why. That's why I just thought he was just an asshole. Like, for you not to care about the rest of the people at all. They have been here for 65 years. They've given you everything you've given, and you're just like, whatever. The cargo is the only thing that matters. I thought that was a problem.
Yeah.
You know what this brings me back to, though? When he asks the kids the question where he's like, I'll put you in a scenario. Do you do what you have to do for company, or do you help out your friends? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So even though, like you said, I think he was an asshole, I think at some point, which we'll never see, obviously, because we don't get to see the whole timeline, but I think he was actually friends with some of these people. You know what I mean? And just happened to be where he had to do what he had to do towards the end to secure the cargo, which is his main purpose. Whatever, you know what I mean? So, what's up, Javier? How you doing, brother? Thanks for popping in. So, I think that's the case. But he like threatens her and tells her about sleeping with everybody. So I can agree with him being type of an asshole type of thing. So now we have
that old doctor. He got on my nerve.
What's that?
Oh, doctor looked like doggone Dr. Robotnik with a mustache and whatever you got on.
Oh, the doctor. Yeah.
The only thing that confused me in this episode was that Hispanic guy. What is his problem?
Which Hispanic guy?
Not Hispanic guy, the Asian guy.
Asian guy? The guy who's just like, well, whatever.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to make him see. You see, and this is the problem that I kind of had with this episode. It just seems like you had too many weird people on the ship. Like, I don't see. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't see like, oh, yeah, hey, we're going to hire you. I mean, he could be the best at his job, but I'm pretty sure you could have got someone that seems a little bit more normal that's doing what he's doing. It just seems like you just put a weird guy in there just to have some sort of confrontation or make people think that he's the bad guy, you know?
Oh, my Lord. The Cowboys don't score. Good
They scored already.
Yeah, they scored already.
Javonte Williams. But no, I think because people that are going to be willing to lose 65 years of their life are not going to have social attachments, right? So that's why all these people are these weird type of people, because they're the ones without social attachments.
Bunch of introverts.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got you. So you're saying it's normal that you think that's why they got the job?
Those are the only type that would take the job because they don't have any attachments to anybody else.
Exactly. I'm saying that's what they went out specifically looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. It could be possible. Definitely could be possible on that one. Wait, what happened here? All right, so we get into Morrow. He's doing his investigation because there is a hugger. Now he ends up finding out that there is someone who is sabotaging the situation. What did you guys think about the sabotage? And did you have any ideas who it was at first?
I did not. I didn't know who it was, and I didn't know who was behind it. But then when he started reviewing those videotapes, I said, so it makes sense now.
Did you think it was interesting that when Morrow confronted the I guess not the captain, the new captain, whatever, that she wanted to talk to Mother, and he said, I already have my answers. I don't give two craps about what she says at all. I thought that was an interesting film, because we thought immediately that Morrow was all about Mother and that like she was the end all be all, but we saw that and said, maybe not.
100%. I agree with you. I think that he didn't care what anybody said because he knew what exactly was going to happen. You know what I mean? He knew that Mother was going to say, no, the cargo is more important than anything else. So what about you, Danny?
Yeah, I think Mother, the daughter said, give him whatever he want whenever he got back there. So Mother had a very him and the mother had a very tight knit relationship. He probably knew what those things were, what they could do. He seemed to be more interested in the Xenomorph than any one of the other ones. But I guess he know what they could do, and he know what implications it was going to provide, and he knew probably what experimentation they were going to do on it. So he knew what was going on. So
yeah, they were talking about a lot about if the crew dies or whatever, doesn't matter. So he knew that was a very big possibility that they're going to die.
Yeah, and then he gonna weld the door. He could let that woman in.
Yeah, I agree. He could have let the woman in 100%, which basically most shows to show me that I don't know. Maybe he didn't think there was enough time to save her, but he could have let her in. So that's why I asked again, like, is he an asshole? Like, is he really being an asshole?
Maybe it was just room enough for one in that thing.
Yeah, good point on that one.
He was thinking about life, it seemed like, because it wasn't the only one. He had other vessels that could have, they didn't have a lot of pods.
I'm saying in that room, it seemed only be space for one. So maybe he was calculating that and like, because he said, "Mother, give me the whatever the ship
access code." Yeah,
the access to the room, whatever.
Yeah. Definitely possible. But we find out they end up putting them in. Well, the facehugger in cryo. That's it. Thank you. Cryo. Thank you. Because they think it's actually going to freeze it, but they really don't know much information about these creatures. So again, we just get to him doing investigation. I want to get to the certain parts where we find out why Morrow is doing what he's doing is because he had a daughter back home, and you see, 65 years when his daughter was young, he would have probably made it back. She would have been still alive. But unfortunately, she died in a fire. Now, here's my question.
18 years old, right? Wasn't it 18?
Yeah, at 18 years old. Now, here's the question I got to ask you guys. Do you think that the corporation had anything to do with that fire?
I don't think the older lady would have done that. Maybe if the young girl took over, maybe she had different agendas or different things, but that'd be an interesting twist if he finds out
that they killed her,
or if Kavalier has something to do with it. That might be something.
Well, it seems like Kavalier knew a lot more than we thought he did.
Yes, he
that
did.
would be definitely interesting. What do you think, Brian?
I think that they're trying to. If we find out that she was his only connection to the world, I think that they did kill her on purpose, or one of these three companies killed her on purpose for leverage.
Ooh,
which would really suck. But yeah.
Or even what would be cool if Kavalier got her conscious, and then he can provide a body for her.
Hey, you bring them to me, I'll give you your daughter back. How? Well, I have her consciousness.
Yep.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I like that, Danny.
Yep, it's possible.
Definitely. So basically what happens is, there's a lot of talking about, and it's pretty much more of a whodunit type of episode than anything else, which is kind of good. I liked it the way they did it. Now, let me ask you guys this. Did it feel like an alien movie to you guys? Because that's what they were going for with this episode. They wanted it to make it feel like a own separate alien movie inside of the show. How did you guys feel about that?
I see a lot of plot devices. Like, why did them suckers think we ain't never known nothing about no poisonous gas? Now, as soon as he pull them off, like they fart and the fart kill them. Like,
yeah.
Like, where did that come from? So I think that was because right now them things weren't big enough to do anything. I don't think they were based on what I seen, but the whole thing, like the thing opened up the top of the crate. Then like it went purposely look for that water and like it pissed in the water and it was a lot of convenience.
It didn't feel very 1979-ish. The first Alien like movie, it felt like a lot of plot devices and they were trying to push the narrative that way.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it had a lot to do. And again, remember, because the way this show is portrayed is in between or before the Alien movie. Now, from videos I've seen, some of them say that they're completely ignoring Prometheus, and some of them say that they're actually just taking, like, they're not following everything, but Prometheus still has something to do with it. So I don't know. It's weird to know if they're doing that. I think if you're going to do it, you either do one or the other. You get rid of it completely, or you abide by the rules that it set. So I just find that weird. But now, this is the part that I also found weird, right? Is because we see what happened with the Xenomorphs, and the Xenomorphs is like, creatures are getting out, and this woman's just casually like, oh, let me do my observation on the creatures now. Like, they're not taking what happened with the Xenomorphs too seriously, So
what was freaking me out is how is she eating in all that mess?
That too. That too, 100%. So she goes in there, she's feeding the creatures, and she says they won't really feed off of dry blood. Yeah, the animal has to be, the creature has to be alive. But they were hungry so much, as I think she said 3 weeks she hasn't fed them, it starts to drink the blood, right? But as she closes the top, one of the creatures, this thing gets out and actually opens up the door by itself. And we see that the eyeball creature, now I've seen 2 videos where someone said it was distracting her, and the other one said that it was trying to warn her. Where do you guys sit on this? Go ahead, Danny.
My mic went dead a little bit. Say that question again.
Oh, I said I watched 2 videos where one of them said that the creature is warning them, and the other one said that the creature was trying to distract her. Where do you sit on it?
I think she was trying to me, like it was trying to warn her.
Yeah,
you said the eye was trying to warn her. Okay.
Yep, that was trying to say, "Hey, look, pay attention." And because if it was trying to distract her, I mean, I don't think it did a great job of that, but it was trying
one
to tell her.
One thing I thought that it was going to talk when it was in that man's body. So it must be can't talk.
Tissue, if hungry enough.
So here we go.
See how they go. I'm curious how they're going to communicate.
Yeah, I believe the eye is trying to warn her because it taps.
He's like, "Hey, you're not paying attention." He sees what's going on up there. Hey, look, you.
That's enough out of you.
Yeah, it was definitely trying to warn her. It's like, hey, something going on. So now that begs the question, because we already know it's intelligent, is it good? Is it a good creature? Right? Because the way it looks, like when it takes your eye, it's brutal. But it seems like it's helping them. So
I'm trying to figure out, how does it eat? How does it? You don't see any kind of mouth or.
Yeah,
that's a good. That's a good question too.
I mean, that's a good question. How does it exist?
That's a good question too. Did you guys check out Cap 6 trailer? Cap what? Cap what? Oh, maybe episode 6, because
episode 6 probably episode 6.
Yeah, LA6 is going to be so good. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I'll probably show the trailer at the end, but I agree with you guys. I think that the creature was trying to help, but my question is, do you think it's good? Go ahead, Brian, and talk. I'll be right back.
Not just So not just is the creature good. I think that it's intelligent to know that what's going on. And he also knows that these other 4 species are species that will kill even them, kill it, and it's almost like it's the antithesis of it. He's the one that's the one that balances out the other aliens, the other specimens.
Monsters.
I think. Yeah, so you think that's what it really is, that it's the only one that's intelligent enough to know, hey, on my planet we don't F with these guys. So this one's gonna get out. It's gonna kill everybody, and he's just trying to warn her, hey, don't let her kill everybody. Hey, you should pay attention, because she seems like she was being nice to her. She wasn't torturing it. She wasn't like, doing anything to him. So that's why he felt like, maybe I should warn her, because if you let this thing get out, it's over for everybody.
100%. And you know what's funny too? Because I was sitting here watching this scene, and I was like, I know she's not going to be the one to drink the water. I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to be her that was going to drink the water. Now I thought that the eye monster was going to go into her, but when I seen the thing spit its eggs into the water or its tadpoles or whatever, I was like, nah, she's not going to be the one to drink it. And sure enough, they had a lot of things go out throughout the episode where it's like, oh yeah, okay, you could definitely tell she's not going to be the one. Wasn't sure who it was going to be, but I thought she was going to be the one to get the eyeball in her. That's where I thought that was going with that. I was like, it would make sense that it tried to.
I didn't see the old man getting in there.
Yeah, I didn't see the old man getting the eyeball.
I knew it when he was standing up there like comatose. I said, oh yeah, but didn't see. I wish they would show how he came in contact with it. I would like to see that.
Absolutely. So okay, so here's another part that kind of annoyed me too, and I guess you could say she got distracted, but she goes to put the eyeball up there and it doesn't lock in. And I think if you have creatures that are this dangerous that you don't know about, yes, Danny, 100%, you're going to make sure that that thing is locked into place before you move on. And I think that's, like you said, Danny, another plot device. Or do you guys feel the same way, or is it just me?
I feel the same way. Man, first of all, I ain't gonna be there by myself.
Yeah.
Facts. Secondly, I'm gonna have some kind of gun.
Thank you.
It ain't gonna be no taser. It's gonna be something with some lead. Yeah. And I ain't gonna have 2 or 3 of them out. I'm gonna have one at a time. Everybody else gonna be locked up, and I'm gonna be focusing on one, not trying to have 2 and all that. And I definitely ain't gonna be eating in that sucker.
Facts, 100%.
I mean, she let
greetings.
Another one. What's up, Javier? From Spain. That's incredible. That's pretty awesome, man.
Absolutely. Canada and American down there. So it's good to have all people from different parts of the world coming and watching us, man. Great to have you.
Good deal, brother.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
But no, she just seems very silly. Like, I mean, she wasn't paying attention to the other one. You know, she's not paying attention to making sure she locks in these aliens out. Like, how did you last this long, lady? For 65 years? You think that with her in charge, everyone would have been dead.
Very complacent.
Facts.
Very complacent.
Facts. 100%.
The only one that seemed like a true soldier was Morrow.
Yeah.
The rest of them seemed like, man, I'm just here to collect my money.
But you see, that could be another thing too, right?
Because we all
the 65 years, but not just that, right? We know that, Whalen never wants these people to survive, right? It's all about the experiment. It's all about getting what they want. So if they died, they died. So I think that could be another reason why you just got this ragtag group of people over there, because you figure they're going to die, right? Nothing ever goes right when you're carrying aliens on a ship, bro.
But the truth is, if they didn't have a saboteur, and if this was a 65 days, it would have been okay.
Yeah, you're right. But unfortunately, a creature got stuck into one of the guy's eyes, and now how he made contact with Kavalier, that's the question I have to ask, right? Because we see that we find out about the saboteur, and we'll get to that a little bit later, but we find out, but it's like, okay, so him and Kavalier are working together, but how did he make contact with
My
it?
other thing is, how did he get in and out of those pods? Because it seems to be, I thought it was set by the computer. Every so often, the computer would revive and cut it back on. And then they get up, they eat, do whatever they got to do, and then they go back in there, set the controls again. But like he can get out when he wanted to.
Agreed. Miss Honey said, "Hey guys, the company gets the bottom of the barrel piece for these long ass journeys. They're expendable anyways," as he just said. Yeah, I believe so. That makes more sense than anything. That's why I guess you could see why people are making mistakes like she just did. You know what I mean? Like, huge mistake there. And not to mention, she never seen the snake running around. It was the doctor that had to come in and seen that he got out. And he was like, hey, you're not paying attention. You're not closing these things up properly. And she's like, oh no, I did. But yeah, no, she didn't. You know what I mean? She didn't. She wasn't paying attention.
She's
So
like one of the more people in one of them black exploitation movies anyhow. She look all look at that.
It's dead. Chop, chop.
Chop, chop.
Right. So, so they go back to the meeting, right? And now in the meeting, they're just, we see the eyeball. Now, the eyeball trying to get out. What did you guys think about that, the way it did it?
Because it knew. It was like, you already let one of these motherfuckers out?
Mm-hmm.
I need you. I need to get out.
I don't know how it knew the lock wasn't secure.
Because she ain't secure nothing ever.
I'm saying, how would it know unless it, again, to prove it has intelligence? Because the light's supposed to be green when it's locked, but it was red. So it was able to comprehend and understand that.
I believe so, Danny. Not to mention, I think it made like a clicking sound. And I think maybe if it didn't hear that clicking sound, it's like, oh, right? Because remember, with this, they say this creature is more intelligent than anything else in the ships, on the planets, or whatever. So I think, yeah, you're right. It may have been able to realize that this is the way to go and this is how we're gonna do it. Get out.
And she referred to it as a female. So how do they know?
She did.
How do they know the sex?
I have no idea. A
female scientist assumed this to be a female. You know?
Eyeball is often awesome. He wants to be friends with humans because he knows it's a great deal. Facts. It saw the light was red. Octo-Eye is super smart. Yeah, Octo-Eye is very smart. And I think we find out that Octo-Eye is going to be something that probably helps them with the Xenomorph. So we'll get more into that.
I was curious. I thought, is this thing going to get into the Xenomorph head? But we saw that it didn't. I don't think it can get through that shell
because it knows not to do. I think it also knows not to do with the Xenomorph. I think that it's one of its like enemies, like natural known enemies. Like we don't trust them. We're not part of this. I think it knows.
How can it? I don't see where it got an offensive weapon. The Xenomorph got the acid and claws and the tail. What's his weapon to combat the natural enemy? I don't see anything.
Like it can go into any entity and take over the body.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't think it could because it jumped on the Xenomorph's protective covering. It to me like it would have burrow in there, do what it does, whatever it do. I don't think it can do that. I mean, I could be wrong.
No, that's the question I asked a couple of weeks ago where I was like, yo, do you think that the eye monster could get into a Xenomorph? And then we looked at how the Xenomorph, if it had eyes or anything, I think it might be able to. We'll see if it really can, but I'm more inclined to think no, it can't. But maybe it can climb into something that's a little bit more capable of fighting a Xenomorph other than a human. You know what I mean? So I think that's where they might go with that.
But the Xenomorph seemed very terrified when it jumped on it.
Yep.
Yeah, right away. Yeah, it did. It did. And it even ran from it, right?
And it was trying to bite the Xenomorph from in the man form. So it's something.
I have a theory that the pregnancy is real. In the trailer for episode 6, they give clues. Really?
What pregnancy? For the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope not.
For Nims, what was his name?
How in the world would that be possible?
I have no idea, but
unless Kavalier is doing some kind of experiments and stuff. I think Kavalier lied to that guy too, talking about, I can put your mind, your conscience in a body, maybe, or he said something like that, or mostly or something. So I don't know whether he was lying to that guy or has he actually cracked the code and can put grown-ups' conscience in these bodies. Be curious to see.
I think it was he needs one of these alien people to be able to put the adult mind into the body.
Oh, that's
the information from this thing. And so he's assuming if he gets that, he can do it, which will be interesting.
100%, because remember, I think that scene talks about something we talked about for a long time where it was like, is their whole plan is the whole plan trying to get a human brain to be compatible to go into one of these synthetic bodies to live forever, right? But the question that I think a lot of people are having and they're having is it an AI pretending to be human, or is it an actual human conscience that's in there? And I think that's one of the moral questions that this show is trying to bring up with this. So it's very interesting if that's the case, you know, but yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. So let's see here. Said, let's go back here. I'm psyched that we have all these new aliens in the lore now. They can be used in future Predator projects too. Yeah, I'm glad we have other creatures too as well. 100%. Scenes where they hold on, let me put this up there. Okay, great. Scenes where they found a glitch referring to the synthetic pregnancy. Really? I thought it had to do with Wendy. I thought the glitch had to do with Wendy, but you're saying
Man,
the
I want
glitch
them.
has to
I
do with
want them to kill that girl, not pregnant and make her more important. In the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she gets on my nerves.
scene where Cavalier's right hand man yells at them. We've come too far for you not to be willing to bring this home, referring to the baby. Scene
I
where
thought it
the
was
analyst
referring to
detects.
Wendy, though. I thought Wendy was going to be the one that's the most important part.
I didn't see any of this. This after the show?
No, this was in the trailer he's talking about. Trailer for next week.
I'm saying was a trailer after this episode. I didn't see any of this. What he's talking about?
It was the next day.
Yeah, I seen the trailer the next day. I didn't see it after the episode, but I seen it because Emergency Awesome was breaking it down.
Yep.
Scene where analyst detects unknown DNA, which will surely be found in the pregnant synthetic body. Scene where the two psychologists are analyzing her body with a scanner. You can see that they have the scanner of the synthetic stomach on the wall behind them.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's interesting.
All that is on trailer of episode 6. I think pregnancy like that is impossible in real life, but it may happen on the show. Check the trailer together. It's a cool theory.
It's
definitely interesting. Definitely interesting, man. We'll definitely check out the trailer for sure. So now they're having their meeting and they're telling about how, we have a saboteur in our midst and we keep focusing on her name is like Chabuski or something like that. Chabuki and this guy. And, he decides he's going to take some hot sauce and put it on his food. He starts to cough on the hot sauce. And sure enough, he grabs the water. Let me see if I can play it here.
Are you done? Don't do it.
And he's the one who drinks the water. I didn't know it was going to be him, but I knew it wasn't going to be her that drinks the water. So I'm like, oh, wow. Now, again, another plot device, right? Because what are the chances that they're sitting beside each other and he used the hot sauce and then you grab someone else's drink?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't grab your own glass, you grab someone else's. Like, I would personally not do that. I don't care.
I wouldn't drink a damn thing on that damn ship. Put an IV in my arm.
Facts, right? So he does drink the water, and we find out what happens to him later. So again, they decide they're gonna go on this little mission to figure out what's going on. Morrow is interviewing everybody to find out what they were doing. At first, he thought it was the doctor, and I think the doctor had a really good explanation as to why they thought it was him, but he's saying no, he just wants to go home.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see my boy talking about something, and
you knew they were
better not throw up.
Oof.
Pass me that goddamn wrench. Come on. Jesus,
you knew there was a problem.
Here we go. And there he goes. So we see, and you know what's good? Because I remember when we were talking about, or in one of the episodes when they were showing, I think it was in the first episode, where they're looking through the files and they show a scene here where they're trying to take the snakes off. They actually show that scene in this one, and then they tie it back to episode 1. So I thought that was pretty good. So Nibs could be pregnant with octo-eye eggs. It did put its tentacle tips deep in her hands and face. Plus, we have no idea how it reproduces.
That could be really interesting.
That could be interesting. Or octo-eye babies. Yeah. Listen, you guys are making good theories. I'll go back and check out the trailer for sure, just to make sure. But yeah, I don't disagree. I think there's definitely something that's going to be shocking in the next episode, and Shifty was talking about that too as well. So, so now we get to this interrogation, and I think he is the one that gives Morrow the plan to be like, hey, listen, just because a Cairo says it's closed and someone's in it doesn't necessarily mean someone's in it. He's like, oh, now you see. So Morrow goes back in time and he starts reviewing all the videos, but they did have a log that was deleted. And what they did do is they brought that log back so that you could, they brought that log back, and it's like, okay, well, let's see what the deleted files were. And in the deleted files, we find out that this guy has been talking to Boy Kavalier, and it's about sabotaging the ship so that he can survive. And then him saying he wants his consciences in a synthetic body. Now, Kavalier does say that we can do it, but not quite. But so
that's
what you guys
probably if he brings those things to him, you bring these entities to me, then I can probably put you in a synthetic body.
Yeah, that's
or a
exactly
hybrid body.
That's exactly what his plan was. What do you think of this scene, Danny?
I was shocked when I saw it. I was shocked, but wasn't surprised. I said, "This little sucker here, boy. He's playing the bad guy so good. I want to wring his neck."
You never could trust anyone with just a mustache. If you have a mustache and not a beard, I can't trust you, man.
I agree with you 100%, brother. And he looks shady too. But you're saying you don't like Kavalier, Danny? Like he's one of those guys?
Yeah, I want to wring his neck.
So if you don't know, or if you haven't seen the video, what they're saying is they're predicting that the eye is going to go into Boy Kavalier.
And that's going to increase his intelligence, you think?
It's kind of what he wanted, right? To be able to communicate with someone more intelligent than him. And it seems like that creature is a little bit more intelligent than him. Plus, I noticed, and I, of course, I had to watch a video to figure it out, but I noticed they show in the video that he's saying quotes wrong. So a lot of people are saying he's not as smart as he's pretending to be. And
maybe he's sick.
I called that.
Maybe he's ill.
Yes.
Maybe he's ill and trying to find a way to save himself, but not let nobody know.
No, I think he's ill. 100%.
I think he's losing himself slowly. He's losing himself.
He loses his intelligence. And now he's trying to find a way to preserve it.
Oh, I could see that if he's losing his intelligence.
That's why he's
because of some kind of disease like MS or something. He's got enough to kind of keep it at bay. Kind of like if you watch Harry Potter. The guy had what's the head wizard name? Dumbledore. Dumbledore had that curse in his hand, and Snape was keeping it at bay. But as soon as later, Snape said, "Well, you got maybe a year or two, whatever." But for a long time, Snape kept it at bay until. So I think that he maybe got some kind of debilitating disease like that, and he's able to keep it at bay with his intelligence. But he know that his time is running out, and that's why he's doing all these crazy things to try and see he can figure out how to put his consciousness into the body and preserve that.
I was thinking he was starting to act really erratic, right? And that's why everyone around him was starting to say, "What the hell is he doing?" And that's why even Kirsch is trying to say, "Man, he's not acting right," and that's why Kirsch is deciding to go beyond him, because he's not acting the right way anymore. He's not acting sane anymore, and that's because he's actually going through something. He's actually has disease. His disease is taking over, and the reason he's arguing with Kirsch all the time now is because Kirsch knows. and no one else
Interesting.
does.
That makes sense. I could see that. I just think he's not as smart as people say he is, or he thinks he is. But I could see you guys definitely being right on that one too. So we find out that they decide that they're going to do an operation on this guy to find out what is going on with him, right? But before we get to that, we find out that the other creature, the alien, the xenomorph, broke out of the Cairo, and now they're hunting it down. But again, with all of these things that they're hunting down, it's about not killing them, right? And I think that's the biggest problem, because if you kill them, you don't get your shares. So that's why Morrow is telling everybody, no, we got to make sure that we do this. We set the creatures to stun. I ain't setting nothing to stun. I'm killing everybody.
I need my life.
I mean? Facts, 100%. So they open up his chest, and when they do, they find like there's a bunch of those snakes in there, worms, eating his lungs, drinking his blood, and they decide they're going to pull one off, which they do. And as they pull it off,
it farts.
Yeah, it actually farts. Danny is correct, and lets out this gas that kills them. No,
there wouldn't common sense tell you to have on a mask if you operate or something like that.
Thank you, Danny.
100%. With all these species of things, come on, man.
Thank you, Danny. They just went in there willy-nilly and be like, oh, we're going to you've been watching these fucking creatures for how long? 65 years, right? Because they wake up periodically during their cryo, right? Take care of whatever they have to do, go back to sleep. So you've been waking up constantly. You've been watching these creatures because you've been watching it, and you didn't think about like protecting yourself before you did any of this. That's another plot device, Danny, where I'm like, hey, we got them hazmat suits in the back, because if not, you guys are doing this on your own.
I'm trying to save his life. No,
Yeah,
I'm trying to save my life.
Exactly. I'm going to do this with a mask, with everything I could, with gloves.
Shoot,
man, if I could use a machine to cut these things apart, man.
Brian, if I even decide to do it, you know what I mean? Like,
he's a lost cause.
Yeah, he's dead. You guys want to do it? You guys go right ahead. I'll stay out here where it's safe. And, you know, if you save his life, you save his life. But other than that, he ain't my friend. He's his coworker. He got to go. I'm sorry. So they risk their life, and then they die because of the gas that comes in there. And, you know, so we find out that, which is another thing too, when this thing crash lands, there's still those creatures running around that ship.
Yes.
Right? So even though we only seen the kind of two in the ship that killed the two guys that Morrow tied up, there's probably tons of them running around. Right? So we got to think on that, guys. Like on Earth, there's probably these creatures now that are probably going to, you know, start like going
Are we
into
going to find
society.
out that all life on Earth has been killed?
Maybe, because we gotta get this to where the first alien starts, right? This has to end to where the first alien starts. Now, I don't think Earth was destroyed or all humans died, but it could be a possibility where like some of these creatures have taken over certain places, right? And this could all come down to this. Now, we know that they don't know a lot about the xenomorphs when aliens start. So they have to fix what they're doing here, right?
Yeah.
Because the experiments, everything, all of that has to be, maybe you got to nuke
This
that
has
place
to be,
where
everyone has to die, and they have to
Yes.
get rid of every character and everything that's even here. So it act like it never happened.
Yes, 100%. To where it's like, oh, we know a little bit about the xenomorphs, but we don't know as much as we know, because it seems like they know a lot right now. And then in the next episode, in the trailer, you see like Wendy having conversation with it. It's locked behind a glass, right, with the xenomorph. So they seem to know a lot more in this series than they do in
any
the,
other series
that we've seen, right? So they have to fix that 100%. They got to fix that, and I think they will, but they'd have to make sure that they cut it up into a nice little bow. So they get attacked by the sabotage. He shoots this guy in the head, and then Morrow kills him, and then we have the big Xenomorph coming through. So the Xenomorph starts to chase down the captain. Captain gets into a room where I can't remember this guy's name is, but he's just standing there. And I was like, Danny, I was like, yep, he got. The eye got him. Like that was the only, yeah, that was the only thing, right? The eye got him. So he turns around. Now for at first, he opens his mouth and I thought he was going to talk, right? I thought he was going to say something, but I think maybe the longer it's in a body, it'll learn to talk, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's the scene where it kind of lifts the mouth up to make it make a angry face. I was like, okay, that's kind of funny, you know? So I think the longer it's in a body, it'll talk, but it attacked the captain. Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
Morrow said, hell with it.
Yeah, I was like, he did what everyone else said. Like, man, what's up? I ain't worried about these people.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so it attacks Morrow, but it also does this.
What is that?
Communicating.
To who, though?
So supposedly it was calling the Xenomorph.
It does look like that. Wow.
Yeah, so supposedly it was calling the Xenomorph. Now the question is, was it calling the Xenomorph to attack Morrow, or was it calling the Xenomorph so that Morrow would see that it attacked the Xenomorph and not him, and realize that it's not a threat to them, right? Because even though it kind of grabs out your eye and gets in there and does it in a violent way, it could just be the way that it has to do a situation, right? It may not understand, well, it's intelligent, so it understands that it's killing you, but it's not trying to. Maybe it's trying to do better, like, right? Because again, at this scene, I was like, oh shit, okay, so he's gonna have to deal with both of them. Right? He shoots the guy, and he runs out of there, but then the creature runs and attacks the Xenomorph. Right? So right there, when it attacks the Xenomorph, it had me thinking that, like you guys said, that it's one of the enemies of the Xenomorph. That creature, that eye, is a Xenomorph enemy. Go ahead, Danny.
Does it increases the host's bot strength and stuff? That's
a good question. Because it tried to bite the Xenomorph, and I'm like,
they ain't got no fangs for that, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So then the Xenomorph does throw it away, right? Throw it off of him. Then the eyeball comes out and it attacks the Xenomorph, and you could see that it was like looked like it was trying to get into the Xenomorph. Let me see if I could get that right, like around here. Right around here real quick, or did I pass it? Yeah.
What's these suckers playing?
He tried to get in there.
Yeah,
he did try to get in, and not only did he do it, I think maybe if it works on it long enough, it might be able to break through that into that
strong. It can knock the Xenomorph back, though.
Exactly, Danny. That's why I'm feeling like there may be a possibility that it can, because the Xenomorph screams at the same time, right? That it attacks. Like, you know, you're like, oh, this little creature can't do nothing to the Xenomorph, but I think it does definitely one of those enemies. The fight was a draw. Octai gave Xeno a run for his money. Exactly.
With just being an eye. Imagine if it had a whole body.
Of maybe something that's a little bit more powerful than a human, right? Because I can't see.
What if it's a predator?
Ooh.
What if the eye gets into a predator?
Ooh.
That'd be something rough there, boy.
That'd be tight. That'd be tight. That would be tight. Because if the eye is going to be an official enemy of the Xenomorph, it's escaped, so we're gonna see more of it. Yeah, it's gonna need something stronger. So bring in a predator and put it in a predator, that would be crazy.
So now you have the next season is gonna be a predator coming in and erasing all knowledge of the Xenomorph and kills everything.
Because I do think that they're gonna try and tie it into the Predator franchise sooner or later. You know what I mean? So that would definitely be interesting if they do that. And then we get to the end of the episode, which we've seen at the beginning of episode 1, where we see Morrow. He's going in there and he's locking off the ship, and she's trying to get in there. So it's just a pretty much recreation of what we saw in the episode 3, except until the end, where we get Morrow standing in front of the Asian lady's daughter, the one who hired him, and he's pretty much telling her that he is going to do whatever he can because this is his life work, and he's going to get the creatures back. And then she says, give him whatever he needs. So I have a feeling there's going to be one hell of a fight going forward with Morrow and Kavalier's crew. But that seems to be the end of the episode. What did you guys think so far? Go ahead, Danny.
Like I said, man, I thought it was one of the best episodes. Like we said at the beginning of the show, we kind of disagree a little bit on it, but I think that this it made me see Morrow in a different light. He's on a survivor of this particular. It gave more character development on the crew. It kind of, if you were confused by episode 1, then this cleared it up real nicely. And like I said, it makes you learn things about Kavalier. You learn things about the Xenomorph appears to have a natural enemy. And it just makes you just think like, good Lord, what is if these three? They only showcasing these 3 different creatures.
What the other two
going
to
be? That's what's in the back of my head.
Facts.
What are the other 2 going to be? So I don't know if they can do this. And I heard a theory too that maybe they're just going to focus on these 3 this series, and then second season focus on the other 2, which would be kind of be a cliffhanger if we see one of the other 2 hatching or doing something or whatever, and you're like, oh my Lord, well, what is that? And so I'm thinking they may do a cliffhanger showing the other 2 hatching or doing something, or maybe we think the Xenomorph or the Ocellus or the things or defeated something, and next thing you know, one of those creatures just snatched it up or do something. So very interesting. Like I said, I think this was the best episode in my opinion of the series so far, and I was dead set against going back for a flashback, but to me, I'm glad they did it because now I'm even more invested in the show.
Yeah, I feel you. What about you, Brian?
I'm on the change. I don't think it should be. It should have been episode 1. I'm gonna say it should have been episode 2.
Okay.
It could have been episode 2, and I think that would have been a better place to put. This is the best episode that I've seen
so
far. But it just when you know everything that happens, and you kind of it didn't have any new things until the end. I feel like you should have put it in a different place. And that's all. That's the only complaint I could have. I don't think this is a bad episode at all. I think it was actually great. A lot of entertainment. But you could have shown the second episode what actually happened on the ship, and I think I would have cared more. And I think it would have mattered more. It wouldn't have been less like, oh, we already know. It would have, hey, this is what happened today. This is how we got here. And now introduce these kids and introduce what's going on in the future and stuff.
It would have been cool if they could maybe do this for 45 minutes and then the last 15 minutes
give us something else.
Show us present day.
Yep.
Yeah. I can see that.
Well, we did kind of see present day because now Morrow's back on the planet. He's talking to the Asian lady, and she's like, give him what he needs. So we did.
Yeah, but it was only like 3 minutes of that.
Yeah.
You know?
So
could have been a lot more. I agree. I think the episode was good. I'm like you guys. I think it was good. I think they could have placed it a little bit different, but I had no problems with the episode. There were a few things that I did like. We're gonna get into the trailer. We're gonna see if we can see some of the stuff in the trailer for the next week episode. Let me just get to this comment real quick. Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
I'm curious, really curious. Who is the Indian boy going to pick the sacrifice? That's what I'm trying to figure out now.
I think the trailer gives us that, Danny. Let's watch the trailer and see.
They're experiments, Dan.
That's what we do. We study.
Like you study us.
Is my sister safe?
Well, we found a leech.
We've come too far to fail now because you don't have the stomach to bring this home.
Working out a way to get us out of here.
What if I don't want to go?
I couldn't see what face it jumped on.
Supposedly, it's the doctor.
Go backwards to the X-rays in the background.
Okay. Right here, around here.
It's
too far to fail now.
Or further back. Which part are we talking about, Brian?
It's right in the middle. Like, go for it.
Oh, right there.
Right there. Because remember what you said? He said, talking about, I don't see a pregnant, but it's a woman, and that looks like it's Wendy. I don't think I see anything in the womb. But so what could be the thing, the problem we have? There's some issues. What's the issue with her?
Well, again, like I said, we know that the trailer shows Arthur getting his face hugged. Yeah, Arthur's the doctor, right?
Yeah.
The doctor? Yeah, it's him. I think it's him who gets set up for that. Said, I think it was in the middle to give us a break from the Neverland saga. That could be right. Absolutely. Said, look at the scanner, the synthetic stomach on the wall behind them. I got you. The trailer shows Arthur
I don't see nothing.
Yeah, I don't see a baby, but I see something else in there. And
could be. It
doesn't
looks
look
like there's
the body.
No, it looks like there could be something in there. Like at least right on the one that's faced to the side. It kind of looks kind of weird. But again, it's a synthetic body, right? So it's hard to tell what we're actually looking at. Yeah, what's normal,
unknown. It's nib scan. There's another scene where it says unknown ADN.
Unknown DNA. He meant to put DNA.
DNA.
Let's see.
Stomach to bring this home.
So is that Arthur right there? Which one is Arthur?
Arthur is the doctor, the wife's husband.
Okay. And that's who the facehugger jumps on?
Yeah, him, this guy.
Okay.
This guy.
One who wanted to leave and said we should get out of here because we don't trust this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Said there was a scene where it said unknown.
What if I don't want to go?
I can't tell.
What's that?
I can't tell who that is. Go back.
Let's see. Right here. Yeah, you don't really get to see who it is, but I think what Emergency Awesome when they're saying it was the doctor. So
her husband's
way over there, buddy.
Yeah.
Is my sister safe?
Well, we found a leech.
We've come too far to fail now because you don't have the stomach to bring this.
If you tell me if you see the unknown DNA thing.
I'm looking, but I don't see it.
Working out a way to get us out of here.
What if I don't want to go?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it over here.
That scene is on the trailer for FX Hulu channel.
Yeah. So we'll see. That scene is on the trailer for. Okay, I got you.
It's a longer trailer
in there. Okay,
it's a longer trailer. I got you.
It's called The Fly. The next one.
Yeah, the episode is called The Fly. Yeah, that's the name of it. I did see that. Very interesting, though. It's good to know. I mean, we'll see what happens on the next episode of Alien Earth, which is Tuesday, right? It drops Tuesday?
Yep.
Oh, my God. What the hell is going on here? All right. Danny, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
You can find me on my channel, The Road to Wisdom, 7 a.m. Mondays and Friday mornings. I drop a link. Also, I have a second channel called The Way I See It, and I want to do shorts on that one. So please check that out. Also, you can find me Mondays, first 3 Mondays of the month on the Chaos Central with me, Anzo, and Chris Knight. Also, you can find me on The Road to Wisdom. I'm a correction on Storms Live on Sundays and the Hangout on Wednesdays, both at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. Make sure to sub to Mr. Graham over there. I also have Brian the Grizzly. What's up, Brian? Tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Yeah, 1/3 of Spoiler King. So you can see us Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturday nights. And then I'm with Anzo on Saturday mornings. You'll see us on the Rewind. So make sure you join us there. And then as we breaking down these episodes of Alien, as we're going to break down Peacemaker, I'm there too.
Absolutely, 100%. Oh God, I hope the episode is good. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find what you're talking about there.
What's going on with Dallas?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm watching this game. That's what.
Yeah, that shit's pissing me off right now. Like, what are we doing here? I had to pick up the running back. I see no one had him, so I'm like, oh,
Javonte
you know
Williams. No one had Javonte Williams.
Oh man, no one had him. No one had him. He was just sitting there. I went to look and I said, oh, interesting. So I'll pick him up real quick. Yeah, 100%.
Man, I picked doggone Amari Cooper. He retired. Boy,
I seen that. I was like, oh, I wonder who picked him up. And I was like, oh, it was Danny. Shit.
I dumped him real quick.
You have to right away. All right, I'm gonna go to this. Yeah, go ahead.
Saying Chris and JG ain't never respond, so.
Oh yeah, they get the loss. It is what it is. They get the loss. Looking to see if I could find. He said, "Thanks, guys." Ooh, I don't. Oh, maybe it was on Chaos.
He said, "Copy and paste this Alien Episode 6 Nouveau trailer."
Yeah, I am. I've just probably got to go to Chaos Central to get it. Give me a second. Right here.
See if I can pull it up.
Yeah, I got it here. Okay. No, not a copy and paste, bro. All right. There, that should be it. Let's copy it, paste it here. Alien Earth, new trailer. Oh, okay, because he's Spanish. That's why it says that. So there's a few that popped up here. Which one should I be watching? Let's go with the one here for 14 hours.
Working out a way to get us out of here.
If I don't want to go.
Oh, shit. I got to share the screen. I got to share the screen, right? My bad.
It might help.
All right, let's do it.
Working out a way to get us out of here.
What if I don't want to go?
We've come too far to fail now. Because you don't have the stomach to bring this home.
Oh, you saw the DNA on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
DNA unknown.
Right there. Huh.
But we don't know what it's for, though.
To bring this
No,
home.
we don't. We don't know what it's for, though.
They're experiments, too.
That's what we do. We study.
Oh.
Like you study us.
A world of infinite potential.
That thing look different.
It does look different.
That looks interesting.
Like the head looks white looking.
Of infinite
And there's the eyeball. What's the fuck is the eyeball doing?
potential.
You reckon that's the eyeball on the Xenomorph? His head looks white or something. It looks different.
Something look wrong.
Is that because it came from the lung?
I don't know. But it definitely looked discolored compared to others.
Or maybe that's one we haven't seen yet. You know what I mean? Maybe that's one we haven't seen. And you know what's good? Because I remember we were talking and I'd have to find the video, right? Well, we'll do it another time because I know we all got to go, want to watch the football game, stuff like that. But I think it's the Emergency Awesome video. Make sure to check it out because in that video, they have a soundbite of the guy who made the show, the director, talking about what makes or how do you get a queen. He's talking about how do you get a queen. So I think they're going to explore that in this show, right? Because now that he said that, I think we don't really have a definitive answer of how we get a queen. And I think they're going to explore that in this show because they're trying to say like maybe Wendy
is the queen. So,
yeah.
Miss Honey said that she think it's a chameleons, to fit the Earth's environments.
I think it's that could be it.
That'll be really interesting.
That would definitely be interesting. Ooh, guys, we got a lot to talk about. Make sure you're here next week when we break it down for another episode of the Alien Earth Roundtable Breakdown, whatever you want to call it. I am Bigger for It Entertainment. I appreciate every single one of you coming in here tonight. Miss Honeys, Javier, thank you guys. I appreciate, or Javier. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Yeah. But I do appreciate all you guys coming in here and hanging out with us and enjoying the show. We'll be back next week, and tomorrow night we'll be doing Peacemaker. So hopefully that's a lot better than that, but better than this. But we are definitely here. And then Saturday, make sure to check us out Saturday morning, 10 EST, the real time, not Central Time, but
the
10
real time
EST.
Central Time.
10 EST for the rewind. I think we got some good stuff that we're going to talk about too as well, and that should be a great show. So make sure to check us out. Peace, love, and hair grease, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.